friends, it's Andrea here. Thank you for joining me today. This is season 2, episode 4 of my Itaki Pro series. Today, I'll be showing you how to make steamed chicken parcels with a side of rice. You end up with tender pieces of moist chicken with a nice spicy kick from the ginger and the chilies. The wonderful thing about parcels is that all the juices get captured within the parcels, leaving you with a ridiculous amount of flavor to enjoy. This dish is a spin-off of a dim sum dish, paper wrapped chicken. That dish is usually fried, but I thought it would be fun to try to emulate that in the Itaki Pro and see what happens. So let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna start by slicing one chicken breast into 1/4 inch slices. We're going to marinate our chicken with 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of water, 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of oyster sauce, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and a pinch of ground white pepper. Okay, we're gonna stir this all together and then make sure all of our pieces are coated. And then we can set this aside to marinate for about half an hour. Okay, so I'm going to cut up some ginger into matchstick pieces. You don't need a lot. So like a really tiny piece, you might not even need all of this, so really, really tiny. You just want maybe 2 to 3 matchsticks per parcel. Okay, so I have here a Thai red chili pepper. You can use whatever peppers are eating, or if you really don't like spicy at all, you can put in extra ginger and leave out the pepper. This is what I have, so this is what I'm gonna use. It's a little dried out, but it's still good. So this is quite spicy. We're not going to need all of this, so I'm just gonna cut off a little bit. And it's really the seeds that have a lot of the spiciness in it, so I'm going to de-seed this so it's not too spicy, because this can get quite spicy. But if you like, you can leave them in or chop up some more chilies if you can handle your spice. I'm also going to be cutting up 1 stalk of green onion, and we're just going to cut this into 2-inch pieces. Okay, now I'm going to cut up some napa cabbage. There's no hard fast rule about how much to put in, just not too much, because you don't want your parcels to be too big that you can't fit them in the Itaki Pro. These are actually going to go on the bottom of the parcel so that they get cooked in all of the juices and become super flavorful. So, quick rinse, and then we chop. Okay, so roughly chop into about 2-inch sections. So I have a piece of parchment paper here, which is about 8 by 16. I'm gonna tear it in half, so I have 2 pieces, 1 for each parcel. Okay, I'm gonna put this one aside for now. We're gonna start with this one. Okay, we're gonna put in half of our cabbage here, and then half of our chicken, and then half of everything in this bowl. Okay, so now we're going to wrap this up. First, we'll pull the sides up and fold. Fold it a couple of times to create a seal. Okay, and then on each side, we're going to do the same thing. We're gonna fold it inwards. Fold each end a couple of times too to create a seal, which will stop the juices from escaping. Pinch the corners in to help it stay closed. Now, repeat. Oh, I think there was more chicken in this one. With the parchment paper, don't be worried about the pieces being too big. It would be worse if the pieces were too small and you couldn't fit all of your ingredients inside. Okay, so now we're going to put in a single portion of rice into the large metal bowl. For us, single portion is 80 milliliters, which is 2 cups of the little cup that comes with the Itaki Pro. Okay, so 80 milliliters of rice. So we're going to give this a quick wash 3 times. Okay, so now usually when you make rice in the Itaki Pro, it's a 1-to-1 ratio, but this time I'm going to be adding to my 80 milliliters of rice 100 milliliters of water. I'm doing this because when you put the chicken parcels in, the rice won't cook evenly because there won't be enough moisture, but if we add in an extra bit of water, there will be enough moisture to cook the rice properly and evenly. Okay, so now we're going to put our chicken parcels into the large metal bowl on top of the rice. And then we can close this up and set this aside for later. Okay, now, so it's lunchtime. It's time to cook. About 40 minutes before you're ready to eat, take out the large metal bowl and open it up. Pour in 2 cups of the little cup that comes with the Itaki Pro, or 80 milliliters of water. Put the large metal bowl inside the Itaki Pro, put the lid on, snap the sides closed, plug in the unit, push the button, and get back to what you were doing, and then come back 40 minutes later. Okay, so it's been about 40 minutes. We're gonna open this up and see if our chicken is ready. All right, we're just gonna open up one of our parcels here. Be very careful. The parcel has sealed up all the flavor, but it's also sealed up all of the heat and steam, so open with your face away, otherwise you're gonna get a full face of steam. And it looks like my chicken is not ready yet. It could do with a few more minutes of steam. So I'm gonna close it back up, and then I'm going to add a bit more water and continue to let it steam for another 5-10 minutes covered. Okay, so it's been about another 5 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and check to see if it's done. No more pink, so it's all done. And here it is, friends, steamed chicken parcels with a side of rice. You can have noodles in place of rice if you'd like. Such neat little packets of yumminess. As you can see, the chicken is nice and tender and juicy, and the cabbage is soft and flavorful. For additional flavor, you can pour some of the sauce from the parcels onto your rice. Thank you again for joining me today. If you liked my video, please click the like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more fun food ideas to make in the Itaki Pro. Until next time, friends. Mwah!